guys, Aaron Chalner here, aka Donny James from Forever Football DRFC, your Doncaster Rovers fan channel. It's time for a DRFC Daily Reports, bringing you the latest news and rumours from Doncaster Rovers Football Club. Today we're going to be talking about a few different things. Ticket details for the Walsall Carabao Cup match have been confirmed. The Rotherham United game and the other derby, Sheffield Wednesday, has been brought forward in terms of time slots on the trips away at the first month of the season in August. And also we're going to speak about Trialists being brought to the Newcastle match at the Keep Out on Friday. And also we're going to speak a little bit about Newcastle team news, which I'll recap in the preview video. So, before we get started, please like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into this one. So, we start off with the trialists that are being brought up to the match. And we start off with the Free Press story, inviting certain Rovers trialists back to face Newcastle United, but issues a warning over contract offers. Now, I really wanted to speak about this today because I know there's a few fans out there on social media that have been really vocal about this. Now, first of all, about the trialists that are being invited to Newcastle, invited to play Newcastle at the Keep Mode tomorrow. Welland has reiterated that he's not in a position to offer contracts to any of the current trialists he's running the rule over, and more than half a dozen senior contracted players will return to training on Thursday, having been in isolation following contact with a case of a COVID-19 within the squad. Now, Welland plans on taking the cautious approach, but with the trialists that are being brought into the fold, we have four. Former Peterborough midfielder Lewis Reed, ex-Tottenham Hotspur youngster Shane Harrison, Chelsea youth graduate Charlie Colkett, and former United forward Aidan Barlow, set to be invited to feature on Friday night. Now, Welland has said this: Lewis Reed is someone that is highly thought of at this level, so we'd like to see him stay for the Newcastle game. The position we're in, if we're being brutally honest, is that we can't do anything until we get people out. Trialists have to be aware that we really can't do anything. Lewis Reed and a couple of trialists are going to have to be patient with us. It's really difficult. We're trying to free up a bit of money. Wellens did not want to indicate whether he was interested in offering any trialists a contract or not, due to the inability to do so at the present time. The quartet were among 8 trialists who featured against Wakefield earlier this week, and Wellens says it will be useful to judge them against Premier League opposition, having impressed against the County Senior League outfit. So obviously the situation there is we don't have the money at the moment to offer them a contract. Now, if I'm being brutally honest, and you know me, I like to be brutally honest, I don't get why some fans, a proportion of fans, are moaning about this. I really, really don't. As soon as we hear the message, we can't sign anyone at this current stage. Oh, we got no more money. You know, the board are lying to us. This, that, the other. Nah. Just stop. Just stop, please. I know you must be mad about it because Lewis Reed is an exceptional talent. If we don't snap him up soon, someone else will get him. I get that fear. I get it. I've had that before with transfers. I'm scared for them, but You have to realise, we're not the richest club in the world, and I think they'll probably will realise that, but we're not the richest club in the world. I feel like fans just need to take things as they come, especially in this rebuild season, this first season. Take things as they come. If we don't get Lewis Reed, and we get someone else later on, so what? So what? It's not like we're sport for choice already in the midfield. We've got Bostock, we've got Close, we've got Matt Smith, we've got Greaves coming through the ranks, we've got Ravenhill coming through the ranks, we've got Hassani coming through the ranks. So we're not exactly spoilt for choice. I just think fans need to just chillax a bit, realise where we are, and realise it's going to take time. Now, in terms of getting people out, that hopefully shouldn't be a problem because, of course, the manager's already revealed. Ben Blythe is probably going to go out on loan to Spennymoor Town. Ed Williams is looking for another club, or is free to look for another club, so however long that will be, we're not too sure. And I've heard a rumour from somewhere, I think a fan messaged me this. Apparently, according to a rumour, the wage that Williams is on is worth 2 signings, potentially. So I think the sooner we get Williams to move on and look for another club, the more we'll free up, which means we'll go for the trialists. And obviously, don't forget, you're still going to look for a goalkeeper and potentially a centre-back if need be, just to give you guys that extra number. So I think we just need to be careful, just wait, just see what happens, and just go as they go. Now, we're going to look at a little bit of news regarding the Newcastle match as well. After the Trialists news about the Newcastle match. Now, we're not going to go into too much detail on this. We're going to recap this, though, in the preview, which will be coming online later, so stay tuned for that. But let's have a look at this news, then, from Geordie Boot Boys. Now, we've heard some news that the young teenage goalkeeper Langley, who impressed in between the sticks after the full 90 minutes against York City despite losing the clean sheet, is set to be given the start against us. Now, so apparently we're going to be starting against Langley in goal. And basically, if you need any context on this, Carl Darlow's positive COVID-19 test ruled out Mark Gillespie and Freddie Woodman. Dubravka is injured. And this is according to the Chronicle. Langley will be apparently getting the nod again on Friday. Now, as well as this, the preseason performance of Langley apparently could put him in contention for a first-team squad spot in the future. Now, as well as this, there has been no serious damage on the injury of Joelinton, and there's a potential that Steve Bruce could field Joelinton against us tomorrow as well. So, very interesting stuff with that one. Potentially playing against Joelinton up front tomorrow. But also, obviously, Langley will be the only available goalkeeper with... I can't remember his name, but there's another backup youngster that'll be probably the second-half goalkeeper or just backup in case they need him, in case Langley gets injured or something like that. For that match. So I think that overall, I think that I've seen the highlights of this Langley guy. I think he's a great youngster. I think he could get a first team spot in the future in Newcastle. Like I said, I'll speak more about Joelinton sort of in the preview and stuff like that. But for Langley, I think it'd be great for him to play on Friday. And I do wish the recovery well of Darlow. And Dubravka, and also the self-isolation of Woodman and Gillespie, because of course coming into contact with Darlow. So Newcastle really are thin on their squad, and Mike Ashley giving them a £10 million budget. I mean, that's pathetic, to be perfectly honest. Hashtag Ashley out. Now we're going to have a look into another story, which is about the Rotherham United game. So the away match between us and Rotherham have been brought forward from 3 p.m. to 1 p.m. on August 28th. The move to the earlier start time is of the advice of South Yorkshire Police. Now, in my opinion, that is not the only one, because I did see sort of a little bit later after this story something about the Sheffield Wednesday game also being moved forward for us, I believe. I know Rotherham's game against Sheffield Wednesday is being moved forward as well. But in terms of us playing Sheffield Wednesday, as far as I know, I mean, that could also be moved. If not, that has already been moved to 1 p.m. as well. But again, it should be interesting to see what happens with that. But we know for definite via the club themselves that the game against Rotherham will move forward to 1 p.m. Rotherham have moved the kickoff times with us and Sheffield Wednesday to 1 p.m. So I don't think there's any reason why we can't move our kickoff to Sheffield Wednesday earlier as well on the advice of the police. So, I think there's a safety precaution there. So if it's not been announced already, I'm fully expecting Sheffield Wednesday to have been moved forward as well. If not, it'll will have happened already. Now, finally, we've got ticket details on the Carabao Cup match against Walsall. So let's have a look at that right now. So, via the club website again, ticket details have been revealed. So, adults will pay a tenner. Senior 60 plus will be a fiver, as will 17 and under, the juniors, will be a fiver as well. Received an allocation of 612 reserved seating tickets for the game, kicking off at 7:45 p.m. Disabled supporters pay the appropriate age group price. An away fans bar will be open from 6:30. Parking is £5, £6 for a minibus and £12 for coaches. Now, in terms of the release of the sale of the tickets, July 26th, the silver membership holders will get it. July 30th, the DNA, match package and lottery membership holders will get the tickets. And August 4th will be the general public sale. So that is on the tickets for the Walsall match. Now, I don't think I'll be able to travel up to this match. I don't think I can make the trip up, but I will watch the match from digitally, so I won't be missing out on the action anytime soon. But there we go. So that is your daily reports for today. Ticket details on the Walsall match. Rotherham being moved forward in terms of timings for the away trip on August 28th. We've also got a bit of Newcastle team news and to go with the Trialists stuff that's going to be the Trialists that are going to be travelling up with the Keepmoat to face Newcastle at the Keepmoat tomorrow. So some big updates on and off the pitch. But there we go, guys. Thank you very much. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And for now, I'm Aaron Challoner, aka Donny James from Throw Football DRFC, your Doncaster Rovers fan channel. Keep living the Rovers life, and that, my friends, full time. Rovers side die. See you guys for the Newcastle preview later this evening. Rovers till I die,